Now on Nightside, breaking news, wildfire evacuation orders have been downgraded in Athol, Idaho, and people are back in their homes tonight. But emergency management says people should still be ready and watching for changes overnight.
Well, the extreme heat will continue for another day, and so will our weather alert days through Thursday. I'll explain the new dangers in the first alert forecast.
Spokane seniors struggling to keep cool in this intense heat. How one organization is helping people who need free AC. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. And thanks for staying up with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor, joined by Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker here. And Chris, we've been talking about these triple-digit temperatures, and they're not going away.
No, we have 2 more days, and then we're going to add the wind, which is really the last thing that firefighters want to see in this extreme fire weather scenario. Here's a look at our weather alert day. We have a record-breaking heat for the entire inland Northwest. We had an alert day today. Now that extends for Wednesday, and we added Thursday today as well. The excessive heat warning continues through Thursday for the area shaded in pink on your screen. It is a heat advisory in the area shaded in orange. We did hit a record high today in Spokane, 102 degrees. The previous record, 99. Set all the way back in 1901. Here's a look at high temperatures across the region, and just about every number you see on your screen either tied the record or broke the record in that community. Mostly in the triple digits. 99 in Sandpoint, also a record, even though it wasn't in the triple digits. 109 in Lewiston, Omak, and the Tri-Cities. Now, tomorrow will be maybe a degree or 2 cooler around the region, but we are still going to be in the hundreds in many locations. Some 90s, a few more 90s on the map tomorrow, and we are going to be just as hot for Thursday. Right around the Spokane area, you'll find temperatures in the 104-degree range at 9 Mile, Meade, as well as downtown, 102 in Deer Park, and again, 99 in Coeur d'Alene, one of the cooler spots. Here's a look at your planner. We do have the possibility of some wildfire haze in the morning coming from some wildfires burning in the North Cascades. Otherwise, we're sunny with that high of 101. 84 is our average high. I'll be back to tell you more about our concerns about fire danger, a fire weather watch, and how long it's going to take to cool down in the 7-day forecast. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. And that breaking news we have been following for you all evening. Evacuation orders have been downgraded now for the Sarah Loop fire in Athol, Idaho. But emergency management says people should still be ready and watching for changes overnight. Now, the fire is still burning, destroying just under 60 acres. It is about 75% contained at last check. Some seniors in the area are struggling to find ways to cool down in this intense heat. The organization Meals on Wheels is handing out fans to help people without AC. At an apartment complex on Mayfair Street in North Spokane, 62-year-old Jonathan McCauley is struggling to stay cool at home. Without AC or fans, McCauley has tried many ways to keep his home cool.
The weather being brutal, myself, I'm on a fixed income, and it makes it difficult to purchase air conditioners and fans and the like.
Partnering with Gonzaga University, Spokane Neighborhood Action Partners, also known as SNAP, is raising a cooling fund to be able to purchase portable AC units. Those who received SNAP energy assistance are encouraged to call the SNAP office if you are eligible to get one of these AC units. And if you'd like to donate fans, order or have items shipped to the Meals on Wheels location, you can find more information on how to help on our website, kxly.com. A man accused of assaulting a woman on a hiking trail in Liberty Lake is now facing child rape charges in a separate case. This is Ethan Cunningham. He was arrested in early June after a woman reported that he violently assaulted and choked her during a walk. Sheriff's deputies say they caught him using a Flock ALPR camera that captured an image of his license plate. He's being held on a $200,000 bail. He's now being accused of raping and assaulting a 15-year-old girl on multiple occasions when they entered into a relationship in early 2020. At the time, he was nearly 21 years old. His bond for the new charges was set at $150,000. And this afternoon, Cunningham pleaded not guilty to all 7 new charges. His trial is scheduled for October 9th. There's been a recent uptick in car thefts and vandalism, especially for owners who have a Kia or a Hyundai vehicle. In Spokane, police say groups of teenagers have been arrested in connection with these thefts, with the most recent arrests happening over the weekend. Well, now auto insurance providers are changing their policies nationwide, and some people may even be at risk for losing their coverage. Aaron LeBlanc is a co-owner at Northtown Insurance in Spokane, has seen a lot of his clients fall victim to these crimes. He says most, if not all, insurance providers his company works with have halted writing new policies for certain Kias and Hyundais, or no longer offer collision coverage because of the high risk of them being stolen.
If you drive a Kia or a Hyundai, you need something on your steering wheel that lets this person know there's no point in breaking in, you're not stealing this car. Get the fix done, put the club on the vehicle. Other than that, if you can't get out of the loan or sell it for what you owe on it, hang on.
Well, we have a list here of just some of the Kia and Hyundai models that have been the targets of theft. For people who already own an impacted car, LeBlanc, who you just heard from, says some companies may not renew coverage for them unless they fix the recall that allows these cars to be easily stolen or install an anti-theft steering wheel device. A new jail initiative has caused controversy. Measure 1 would add a 0.2% sales tax increase that would generate $1.7 billion over the next 30 years to improve criminal justice programs and build a new jail. Well, there's still concerns, though, over how that money will be spent. The Spokane County Jail is built to only serve 462 inmates, and there are currently over 650. Because of capacity issues, a staff member says they have to fit 2, sometimes 3 inmates in a 1-person cell.
When the population gets too much and we don't have available space upstairs to separate them, we'll move them down to the booking area and we'll have to tie up one of the booking area cells to hold them in.
The Geiger Corrections Center has no elevators or AC. Inmates have to be bused downtown for services like medical care or court hearings. Opponents of Measure 1 agree improvements are needed, but there are other ways to do it, they say. For more information, you can visit our website, kxly.com. A Bellevue motorcycle officer suffered serious injuries today while on Vice President Kamala Harris's service detail. According to the Washington State Patrol, the 39-year-old officer reportedly fell between 50 and 60 feet off the Michigan Street on-ramp and landed in the southbound lanes of I-5. Traffic was stopped to transport the officer to Harborview Medical Center. Officials say he was conscious and alert while being transported. And around the Northwest, during Vice President Kamala Harris's visit to Seattle, she spoke on the Biden administration's economic plan.
Since we took office, President Biden and I have created more than 13 million new jobs, including nearly 400,000 jobs right here in Washington State.
The vice president's visit comes ahead of the 1-year anniversary of President Biden signing the Inflation Reduction Act. When the president signed the law last August, the consumer price index was 8.5%. Last month, it was down to 3.2.
Well, time for a quick look at sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. While the Pac-12 searches for its new media rights deal and what it's going to do with the conference, the WCC made some major moves today. The WCC and ESPN extended their media rights contract, and the conference is expanding the way you watch, let's say, a Gonzaga basketball game. ESPN will continue to show 17 men's basketball games and men's and women's WCC championship games, but any games that are not televised on ESPN or CBS Sports Sports Network will be available on ESPN Plus starting this season. This includes men's and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, volleyball, water polo, baseball, and softball. Exciting stuff for the WCC. For now, live in the studio, Julian Minensone, 4 News Now Sports.
Thanks, Julian. How heavy metal band Metallica is helping one lucky Spokane school, and some laid-off teachers are being hired back in Central Valley. The difference it's already making for the school district. That's coming up on Nightside.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Perfection Tire.
Summer might not be a vacation for families experiencing homelessness, but while Family Promise teaches parents life skills, kids have the chance to explore and have fun.
Without the routine of school, summer is really challenging for homeless children. With the help of Numerica, kids are able to enjoy lots of fun activities.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Family Promise as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice with classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
No, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Oh, every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Set summer in motion with the most fun-to-drive Honda vehicles yet. Like the Civic, the vehicle car and driver called more fun to drive than the competition. And the HR-V, with sleek exterior styling and smooth, responsive handling. This summer, chase fun in the sun with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Thanks for staying up with us. Well, if you are just joining us tonight, you probably already felt the triple-digit temperatures, and it's been a weather alert day we've been warning everyone about, and we have back-to-back weather alert days in the forecast.
Yes, we do. Both tomorrow for the heat and then Thursday for the heat, plus the gusty winds that obviously have firefighters concerned. Here are 4 things to know about your weather. An excessive heat warning continues through Thursday. We'll have high temperatures in the low triple digits for the next 2 days. Hazy at times, looks like particularly tomorrow morning. It will be turning breezy Thursday and into Friday. Tonight, 68 for an overnight low with clear skies. 101 tomorrow with sunny skies, winds out of the west at 5 to 15 miles per hour. Big dome of high pressure over the region through Thursday. That's when we start to see changes Thursday and into Friday. A cold front coming through, bringing cooler air for Friday and into the weekend, but it's also going to bring along with it the gusty winds that can spread any wildfire very, very quickly. Fires today, well, winds were less than 5 miles per hour for most of the afternoon and evening, so it was not much of a problem, but we're looking at 30 to 35 mile per hour gusts with a little bit of ignition. That can be a disaster, so firefighters will be ready to pounce. There is a fire weather watch both Thursday and Friday for the combination of hot, dry, and windy conditions. Here is your planning forecast. We have weather alert days both Wednesday and Thursday for record heat. 101 would tie our record for tomorrow. Breezy conditions and heat on Thursday. The winds continue for Friday. 92 sounds cool. That is still well above average, almost 10 degrees above average. We'll be back in the 80s for the weekend, with the possibility of some rain coming in late Sunday and into Monday, a high of 77. Both numbers look good. I'll be back to tell you about some of the records broken across the region today. Kirsten?
Can't think of the last time that I was excited about a rainy weekend.
Yeah.
But that sounds awesome right about now.
We need it.
Thank you, Chris. Well, some more good news for teachers who were previously laid off by the Central Valley School District. They're starting to hire back some of those provisional employees, although most might have to wait until school starts. 58 Central Valley teachers lost their jobs because of flat enrollment and budget cuts. Over 20 took substitute teaching jobs instead, meaning lower pay and no union membership. And now the district is starting to bring back some staff ahead of the school year. Although Central Valley still lost around 50 teachers, they say no major programs like sports or theater will be lost.
We didn't cut any major programs or any of that. We still have all our drama programs, our athletic programs, those pieces. But what we really looked at was the enrollment and making sure that we were sizing appropriately for that enrollment.
For now, the district is focused on building back its funding and sustainability so it won't face more budget problems that would impact staff. Another $100,000 is coming to Spokane Community College, courtesy of legendary heavy metal band Metallica. CC is the only school in the state to receive this scholarship from the band's All Within My Hands Foundation. The money will go toward enhancing career and technical programs. The scholarship was created back in 2019, where SCC was one of 10 original recipients. Well, school bells are ringing across the country, but doctors and parents are worried about an ADHD medicine shortage. As students return to class, some parents and educators say the drug scarcity could have an impact on the new school year. Some parents even say they've had to ration pills for their kids because pharmacies are just out of the medication altogether. The FDA has added 2 more brands of ADHD medicine to the list of drug shortages. The drug makers say they're working to resolve the problem, but they see no end in sight. The mother of the 6-year-old who shot his teacher in Virginia pleaded guilty to felony child neglect this morning. Prosecutors say she typically kept her handgun in her purse with a trigger lock, the same gun her son took and used.
She feels very responsible, feels very bad.
26-year-old Deja Taylor could be facing up to 6 months in prison for felony child neglect, a charge with a 5-year maximum penalty. Her son told investigators he climbed his mother's dresser and took the already loaded gun the night before he shot his teacher, Abby Werner. Hours after the shooting, detectives reported hearing the boy say, quote, "I stole the gun because I needed to shoot my teacher."
That, I guess the thought would be that if she does have to be incarcerated, maybe the federal system would have more opportunities for rehabilitation and counseling and things of that nature.
Taylor also faces 18 months to 2 years in federal prison after pleading guilty to charges of lying about using marijuana on her gun permit paperwork. Taylor is currently the only person charged in connection to the shooting. Kids and parents across the region are getting ready to go back to school. Tomorrow in Spokane, 4,000 new backpacks filled with school supplies will be given out to local students before the school year starts. The Salvation Army's 14th annual free backpacks for kids distribution will go from 9 until 6 at their location on Indiana off of Ruby. The event will also include a community vendor fair, some food, and lots of fun for kids. Parents and guardians will need to bring their photo ID of themselves and then proof of their kids' identification, like their school registration or student ID cards. And a walk-in vaccine clinic will also be available at the event from 9 until 12 for kids to get their routine and COVID shots. You can find the link to that consent form to make your visit a little faster on KXLY.com. Still ahead, how new technology is helping one stroke patient accomplish things he thought he'd never be able to do again. That's next on Nightside.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. Fresh produce is the best produce. That's why at Fred Meyer, we invest in local farmers to bring you the freshest seasonal picks. So no matter how you shop, your local produce always tastes as fresh as it gets. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
ABC's World News Tonight at 4 News Now, when the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home, watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
At Fred Meyer, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
4 News Now is brought to you by Circling Raven Golf Club.
102 degrees today. Our old record, 99, set back in 1901. Our average high is 84. Sunset getting awfully close to the 7 o'clock hour. There's a sign of fall, even though there's no sign of fall on our temperature map. Here's a look at some of the other records broken today across the region. Coeur d'Alene tied a record, that 102 degrees there, but Lewiston at 109. The previous record was 105, set way back in the 1800s. Omak also 109. Old record was 106 back in the 20s. Grand Coulee 105, 103, set back in 1992, the previous record there. St. Mary's was 101 degrees today, 100 the previous record. Pullman 100. Beat the old record of 98 degrees from 2007. And finally, Sandpoint, oops, that should say 98. You did break your record. You didn't tie it by 1 degree, 98 back in 1992. Basically, if you can hear my voice, you probably either tied or broke your high temperature record today across the region. There are too many to put on one graphic, so it was hot by any stretch. Well, here is a gorgeous pic of the night tonight from Ray Eaton, and she must be a good hiker because this one's a little bit off the grid. A beautiful trail, the Kettle Crest Trail, that is number 13 north, which is near Columbia Mountain there in the Colville National Forest. And what a view that she had from this hike. She took it on Sunday. It was hot Sunday, but not 102 degree hot. But boy, you get up in the mountains and can get some relief from the heat. That's one of the nice things about the inland Northwest. Temperature drops pretty significantly once you can get some elevation, Kirsten. We could drive you up.
Right.
for the time. I'll drive you to the top of Mount Spokane if you need a break.
Chris and I have been brainstorming ways to get a 6-month pregnant lady up for a nice view.
You know, no shame in the car.
That's right, and the AC.
On my due date, I was on the top of Mount Spokane, and I did not walk up there. I've got some pictures to prove it.
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Chris. Well, a new study found that babies suffering from RSV had no underlying health conditions. Researchers looked at 600 cases of infants who needed intensive care in 2022. It turns out more than 81% of those babies had no underlying medical conditions, with most of them being through a full-term pregnancy. On average, RSV sends up to 80,000 kids under the age of 5 to the hospital every year, and it is deadly for 100 to 300 kids every year.
Doing what I'm doing. The Burnt River Band.
That is Stan Nicholas, a founder of the Cleveland-based Burnt River Band. He spent decades on stage, but one night in 2017, it all came crashing down.
I was taken to a University Hospital in downtown Cleveland, where I woke up with a doctor standing over me. I asked the doctor if I had died. The doctor said, "You had a bad stroke."
Well, this is what Stan's brain looked like a few days later, and you see that dark part on the left side of your screen. That's the part of Stan's brain that died because it hadn't received enough blood. A few months later, Stan could take a few steps, but that was it. 3 years after his stroke, Stan had an 8-hour-long operation that included a deep brain stimulator and is now able to live independently.
Can lift my left arm, which I couldn't do. Look at this.
This can transition from being hope, which it is today, to perhaps a treatment that will be a standard treatment in the future.
Just incredible. Stan can now cook meals, do yard work and household chores. He says he's hopeful to get back to playing his guitar someday in the future. Well, eating a balanced meal is critical for kids' health, and a new report from the CDC shows more than half of children in 20 states did not eat vegetables on a daily basis. So, how do you get your kids to eat their veggies? That is the question every parent wants to know. Registered dietitian Jennifer Hyland with Cleveland Clinic says you should offer veggies early and often. And hey, try to make it fun.
The more we pressure kids into eating something, the less they're going to want to eat it.
So since kids take their cues from their parents, Hyland says you should lead by example and eat balanced meals yourself. Also make veggies a normal part of every meal so kids can expect to see them on their plate every day.
Just put a piece or two of something on their plate and do that every night repeatedly so they start to learn, hey, this is normal, this is what we're having, everyone's trying it together.
For older kids, Hyland says you can try explaining why vegetables are essential and what they do for our bodies. Try to change up your cooking, maybe add some seasoning. My mom added Parmesan cheese. That was a specialty. Or you can also use dips. Hyland says allowing kids to pick out their veggies can also help, or growing your own veggies in a garden. The Seattle Mariners are looking to stay in the playoff hunt. They were pushed to the brink in Kansas City. More coming up next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water wise this summer.
He posts his thirst traps in a leather-bound album. If you call him, he'll answer the phone. He gets the early bird special anytime he wants. Florida wants to retire and move to him. He's Gary.
And I'm your first Golden Bachelor.
It's your
It may be summer, but now's the time to see Falco's and plan for cooler days ahead with a Cozy Heat gas fireplace. Choose from over 35 models on display and get the Cozy Heat best suited for your needs. All with special summer savings. Cozy Heat at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Get a free Makita Impact Driver Kit or a tabletop pellet grill now when you build a deck with wood decking or TimberTech or Trex composite deck and railing from Par. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team in Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on the next task.
If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXOY.com to nominate it. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
It may be summer, but now's the time to see Falco's and plan for cooler days ahead with a Cozy Heat gas fireplace. Choose from over 35 models on display and get the Cozy Heat best suited for your needs, all with special summer savings. Cozy Heat at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into sports. I'm Julian Minensone. Despite the Pac-12 shakeup, Washington State is still investing in football like a power program. Exhibit A is right here. Washington State is another step closer to opening that new fancy football practice facility. WSU President Kirk Schultz says they plan to break ground on the indoor facility during the weekend of the Wisconsin game. The Taylor Sports Complex will include state-of-the-art synthetic turf, improved lighting, and will allow Washington State teams, not just football, to train year-round. The facility is expected to be complete by next year. And Washington State soccer kicks off this week. The Cougars will take on Eastern Washington on Thursday. A lot of the talk during this offseason has been about conference realignment in football, but the shift in the Pac-12 impacts all sports, such as soccer. Cougars head coach Todd Schulenberger is keeping his team focused through the uncertainty.
We got to handle what we got to handle in front of us right now, and that's my team and getting ready for Thursday night. So, you know, it's what's going on in college sports, right? And I'm not so sure they really care what a soccer coach says, which is totally fine. It's just I got to worry about my team and my job moving these kids forward right now, and that's my main focus right now.
So that season openers against Eastern Washington is at 7 p.m. on Thursday in Pullman. Seattle Mariners trying to remain in the playoff hunt on the road against the Kansas City Royals. Fourth innings where we pick it up. Eugenio Suarez gets the scoring started with a home run to left as the Mariners take a 1-0 lead. Now, same inning, it'll be Ty France at the plate. And France, he'll go deep to left field. Monkey see, monkey do, and the home run ball was a bit of a thing for the Mariners in this one tonight. They had 4 of them throughout the night. And this one came here in the 4th inning. Teoscar Hernandez, this guy, he goes opposite way as Seattle scores 7 runs in the 4th inning alone. That means they can cruise, right? Well, not so fast. Bobby Witt Jr. with the bases loaded for the Royals hits a grand slam to make it a 7-5 ball game. And all of a sudden, the Royals have the Mariners on their heels. But Seattle leaned on Hernandez in this one. He had a hit every time he came to bat. 5 hits to be exact, including this one right here to give the Mariners some breathing room as they score, and Seattle staves off the Kansas City comeback. Mariners hang on 10-8, and they're now 2 games back at that final American League wild card spot. We'll be right back.